Are we filming, babe?
Yes.
You got my best side.
Every side is your best side.
That is the right answer.
I have no trouble there.
I know this is your favourite look on me, darling. Just the afro and having it all out.
I like it
great.
like half braided and half
Wow, this is it. This is the best thing ever.
Combed in places, not in others. That's my favourite.
We the Grimwades, welcome to the show. Spreading good vibes, gonna let everybody know. There's a window to our land, so watch everybody grow. And everybody's welcome, from the royals to the pros. Yeah, love her checking out the journey. Big fam, couple guys, couple girlies. We're spreading happiness from early. Subscribe to the vibe, you heard me?
Oh my days.
Grimwade gang, welcome back to the Grimwade family channel. And if you ain't part of the Grimwade gang, then welcome on, because you're going to need you some Grimwade swag.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. So, as you can see, despite my banter with my husband, obviously, this is not my done hairstyle. I'm so pleased that I'm able to have my hair braided again, which is really cool, and that I can have it done at home, which is fantastic. Very, very convenient for me, and convenience is key, something that I love in life. Anything that's convenient, I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. So as you can see, Grimwade gang, I've got quite a lot of growth now, and those of you that have been with us since the beginning of our vlogs, I have obviously had like short shaved hair for a long time, and obviously I used to dye it blonde. And I really kind of felt like, oh, I do want to grow it. Not sure, might do. But then obviously lockdown and all that happened, and that caused me to have to grow my hair a bit because obviously no barbers were open or anything. And then once it got to the point where it could be picked up, it was a little bit hard, but we managed to get there. Managed to pick it up and put my first little braids in. Since then, because I've been like either wearing a headscarf or a wig, as you've seen, or I've had it in braids. It's been really cool because it's actually growing. So this is obviously how far it's grown. But this is not really a hair video. Today, I just wanted to chat to you guys because I'm sat here, I'm having my hair done, and I thought, you know what, let's chat to our extended family, which is you guys, Grimwade gang. We love you, and I always want you to know that we love you, we appreciate you. We love when we've been out and about recently. We've met so many of you, like you've come up and said hi to us. Even a couple of days ago when we went out to the shops, I think we was just coming out of a lift, and there was a lady, and I remember her because she was in a wheelchair. Unfortunately, we didn't get to stop to find out her name because obviously the lift doors would have closed. But she's like, oh, hey, lovely to meet you, which was really, really cool. So Grimwade gang, anytime we are out now, because obviously, like I was saying, we're out and about a lot more often, please, if you see us, make sure you stop and say hi, because we love it when you do that, Grimwade gang. So today, obviously, I'm getting my hair braided, and anyone that's had their hair done knows, or done like this in this kind of style, knows that it takes quite a while. And often in households, when mummy's out, as in out from doing her normal duties, like everything is just like down the pan. But in our home, we try to make sure that there's never any downtime, as in like never any time where, because one person is doing something different, everything else has to go to pot. So even today, like so far this morning, Tim's had his car washed. The girls have done a new reel for their Instagram, which is, what's it called, girls? Hosanna, come and tell the Grimwade gang what's it called for me, please.
At the Grimwade Girls.
It is called At the Grimwade Girls, and you have to go and give them a follow, because even Houston has been involved in some of the reels recently, which has been cool. I know everyone's been loving it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry, you can go and go with whatever you're doing, sweetheart. But they've been doing that this morning, and also doing some reading practice, because I just think it's really, really important that as a family we can still function even when mummy may be out of action for a little bit. I know that comes with maybe its own, what do you call it, like challenges, but when you have a husband that is as great as mine, he can also hold down the fort whilst I'm busy, or whilst my hands can't get to the plough, if just you know what I mean. No, what do you mean just about? You do an awesome job, babe, seriously. Grimwade gang, okay, let's just put it out there, right?
You can always do better.
Well, of course, all of us can always do better, but I was having a chat actually with some of my mum friends the other day, and we were talking about discipline. Oh, everything's just falling over the place. It's all good. We were talking about discipline and how you obviously run your family, run your home. And so many mums come up to me and they go, oh, Ella, you're super mum. I never, ever, ever, ever take on that whole name, and there's a reason, because I am not super mum by myself, not at all. No, I'm not. I am not.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, but I'm not super mum by myself. We are such a team, and I tell you, I kid you not, I could not do this being at home without my husband. Like, I take my hat off, as we've said before, I take my hat off to any single mums out there or single dads who are raising their children just as a one-parent family, because honestly, it is such a hard job. I find it so difficult. If Tim's, say, out of football with Hezzy, or he's had to go off and do something else, and I'm at home with the kids by myself, it's so hard, like without having the other parent's presence in the home. Obviously, for myself, without having my husband's presence. I find that, and I know a lot of mums can relate to this, but I find that, you know, as a mum, you can say, kids, do this, and nothing gets done. And then you say it again, and nothing gets done. But Daddy just has to say things one time, you know, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, yes, Dad. And I'm thinking, I've just been saying that. And that's not to put my kids down. I know I did that as a child as well, and I know it's a common
Everyone
thing.
does that, yeah.
And I think we've discussed it before, babe, but I think the reasoning is that mums bring a lot of comfort.
They do.
And also, kids are very familiar with
For
mums.
instance, if anyone's sick, you don't want to go with Dad. Like,
No.
Dad is not the, like...
The comfort guy.
Yeah.
No, but I think when it comes to discipline and kids being too familiar with their mums, it's obviously Tim's at home all the time, so the kids are obviously familiar with
Which
Tim,
is
with Dad.
unnormal, not normal in many circumstances.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, of course. But I feel like dads just have this presence and this I'm not here for any rubbish kind of like aura about them, where kids know
The military.
What? Yeah, no, but basically that. But honestly, it is so needed. So I appreciate anyone who calls me super mum, but I could not do it without this one right here, because he is like 80% about to tell you.
No, I think that's so unfair.
No, you are.
No, thank you. But honestly, I think that Ella is incredible. She has a workload like no other person that I've ever seen. And she throws fun at me every now and again as well.
Probably get it right on the corner of me as well.
In fact, do you want to hold that?
Thank you very much.
But I think it's teamwork makes the dream work, as we always say on this channel.
You need to sit down, darling. Do you want your bottle? It's down there.
Do you want your bottle?
You can have your bottle.
Oh, what's this?
No, she doesn't want that right now.
I know what you want. She's like, no.
That is not what I want. You just sit here and be good for now, please. But it's even things like this, like handling situations where you're trying to get something done and the baby's having none of it. Like when we went to the shops the other day, oh my days. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with trying to go around the shops and also deal with the baby being out. But it was just tag team, you know, like you hold her, I hold her, whatnot, and you just get through it. But also another thing is that as the kids get older, certain things get easier. So like today, I put pasta on to boil this morning just because I had time to do it. We're having a pasta bake for dinner today.
Yes, we are.
And I'm going to ask...
because I'm going to actually go and help them.
Yes,
you need me to drain
off the water.
pasta. I'll go do that.
But other than that, what's up? Could you bring a rice cake for her, please, Hallie?
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling. Oh, you heard food. Look. If you take her maybe and put her in her chair. Hallie, if you take her and put her in her chair, sweetie, please. Thank you so much. You're going to go get rice cake for your sister.
Rice cake.
Things like that, you see. They make life a lot easier once your kids have grown up a bit, because they're very hands-on with helping. Well, mine are anyway, and I know I'm very blessed like that, because I know in some families it's not the case and siblings can be very apart. But you know, we've had our kids close together for a reason. It keeps their relationships close, and also we try to make sure that we don't get too tired of discipline, because with discipline, you know, consistency is key. And when I'm saying discipline, I mean enforcing something that you're trying to teach your child. So, okay, I've told you eat over your bowl at the table. You can't just do it for one meal. You have to continually make sure that you tell your child that, make sure they're doing it for every single meal. And as parents, repeating yourself can get very tiring, but you have to. If you want your child to learn something, you have to stay on it. But things like, okay, I'm going to ask Hosanna to go and do the pasta bake whilst I'm still having my hair done. Just learning how to like delegate jobs and whatnot for your family to keep going is so important. And I know as mums, sometimes we can take that as failure. Like we can be like, oh, I've had to ask for help. But it's not, honestly, it's not. Even, I think it was one of our vlogs, one of our recent vlogs, you guys saw us in the front room and I had a pile of clothes across the floor, right? it's not that I couldn't get help, but I have this thing within me where I'm like, I don't want to ask for help. I want to do it myself. But it's actually to my own detriment, because recently I've kind of learned that if I get overtired, you're right, I get kind of sick the next day. I'll end up getting a migraine and then end up throwing up the next day. So I'm not really doing myself justice when I, force the point of I'm going to do it myself and I'm going to plow through doing this myself. Because honestly, my mum, she always says to me, Ella, don't let the ironing pile up. Like, ask me if you need me to help, it's fine. But she just is trying to say, just do it as things go along. Don't let it obviously all pile up, because then it's a massive job for anyone. But I stayed up so late. Tim stayed up with me as well, bless him. Still tired. We stayed up so late for me going through ironing, and I must say I don't think I'm the quickest ironer in the world, but I got through it, which I'm very pleased about. But at the same time,
you've got a lot of ironing.
No, I do have a heck of a lot of ironing, but at the same time, when it comes to things like doing your housework, as much as we as mums feel, I want to have a nice clean home and you do it one day and then the next day it needs doing again anyway. Like, I'll get the ironing done, then the next day I'll do some more washing and there's more ironing to do. So obviously getting your tasks done around the house and not the be all and end all of happiness in life, but it does help when you are achieving things, and asking for help in order to achieve those things is not a bad thing. And as I was saying, like delegating work as well, it's not a bad thing to do. Like, I was so terrible at doing that when we first got married. Like, if Tim said to me, oh babe, is there anything that I can help with? I would honestly just say, no, I'm fine. Even things with like simple things, like, I don't know, we're getting home and bringing the shopping in. I would be like, no, babe, go upstairs. I'm going to bring it in. He's like, babe, I can help you. I'm like, no, it's fine. I want it done a certain way. And like, just being extra with it, just so that I do it myself. I don't know what I thought I was achieving. But, like, literally, I've just had this in, even from a child, like, I've had this in me. I remember when my dad used to do me bath time. Oh, my gosh. And he would cream me, like, once I got out of the bath. And I'd give him, like, 20p for it. Because I felt like, oh, no, you did something for me. I must, like pay you. Like, what the heck? I don't know where this mindset came from. But I have learned over time, slowly but surely, to learn that, winning is not just about doing everything yourself. Sometimes winning is recognising, do you know what? I've got such a busy week ahead or such a busy day tomorrow that I need to be on top form for. Let me ask for help here, because in order to get this task done quickly, we need to work as a team. And that takes communication, because I must say a lot of me not asking for help sometimes comes from laziness, because I can't be bothered to tell you how I want the job done. I'm just like, just let me do it, which is just bad on my part, really. Like, because one, you're not getting the help you need. Two, you're not teaching, say, your children or showing your husband how you want something done and letting them learn how to do the task properly. You're taking that learning opportunity away from them, which is not really the best way to train your child, for example, because they're going to have to grow up to do these tasks as well, whether it's your girls or your boys. So I think I would really encourage any of you mothers out there, or fathers, or whoever it is that's looking after your home, as much as you can, don't take the mountain of work all upon yourself, because it will also stop you from achieving other things in life that you could achieve. You guys know that I'm looking to start my own YouTube channel. You guys know that we do like work on TV and stuff like that. And obviously with our socials, you guys obviously support us so much, which I'm so thankful for. But we have so much to do behind the scenes regarding jobs and whatnot. Like, honestly, your brain and your energy needs to go into so many different things, and in order for you to be able to do whatever it is you're called to in life properly and well, you just can't take on the load of everything. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, even Jesus had his disciples. He had his 12 disciples with him who would obviously help do things, like whether it was preaching to people or ministering to people, or doing whatever it is they was doing. Like, they moved around as a team, didn't they? So, yeah, I don't know who I think I am trying to be Superwoman all by myself. Grimwade gang, I just hope you take some kind of encouragement from this, from all my stories and chatting and whatnot. Like, if you do have like a teammate who you can lean on and rely on, I think that will help you to increase your love in your relationship. Because showing your vulnerability in that sense, it does make you feel vulnerable when you have to ask for help. And opening that side of yourself up to your partner is so important, because it helps them to feel wanted as well. Am I right in saying that, babe? Like, that's fine. If I show that I need help, does it kind of show a kind of vulnerable side of me that helps you be more wanted by me?
Yeah, because it is. I don't know if it's. Well, maybe there's a sense of wanting
Or needed.
Needed or whatnot, but also it's together.
Yeah.
That's the key. Like if you are, for me personally, where we're in a relationship, I need to feel like we're in a relationship.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not there's you and there's me and we coexist somehow together.
Precisely.
You know, we're not two flatmates or whatnot. We have an intimate relationship in many ways.
Yes,
do you know
of
what I
course.
mean? And those kind of things, just letting you in on anything, whether that's doing your hair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How do you do your hair? Like, you know, I'd like to know how to do your hair.
Yeah.
Like, not because I maybe never will do it, but you never know.
And even for things I think communicating in that way, if I've got a busy week coming up, I know I can sometimes go into a world of my own where I'm like, I've got everything on my mind and you're like, but babes, you're not telling me. You're not telling me what you've got going on. So I'm just seeing you get stressed about stuff and I can't see what's happening, going on in the background. But I think, again, on my part, sometimes I can struggle to, really explain what it is because I'm in such a rush, just such a dash to do everything.
Yeah, and that's no one's fault. That's just what happens. Do you know what I mean? If you, you want to get stuff done, it's not always, Ella's got a thing about not wanting to ask for help. If you want to help Ella, just help Ella. And also just know what you're supposed to be helping with as well. That's the bit that I sometimes struggle with. But over time, I'll tell you what, Elizabeth's actually very good at it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying.
I was saying, because I guess we're you both from the same household, you know, kind of how, you know, exactly how mum used to do it and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, just jumping into action and being like, oh, okay, you know, the bags are in the car. Just go get them.
Yeah, precisely.
Bring them back. Put them in the kitchen, not in the hallway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's funny because I can be sometimes in my head I'll think, oh, I don't actually want the bags in right now because I'm going to do it later because if they're in the house, they'll be in the way and do it. But then if you just bring them in, I'll work it. Do you know what I mean? And it's not really that I didn't necessarily want them in because they're going to take up space. I was just being pedantic, basically. And those are things that I need to learn to grow out of. Do you know what I mean? And I was going to say something on that point. You said, I was talking about communication. Oh, please don't, mummy brain, don't come in. Sorry, Grimwade gang, this just sometimes happens. I'm sure you can relate, you're thinking of something and then it literally just goes away from your head. But yeah, no, asking for help is not a problem. It's not failure. Learning to delegate work will actually help you grow as a human being. Making sure that you communicate well.
Make you more productive.
It will make you more productive. Making sure that you communicate well with your partner. It will actually help your love grow, which is obviously so important and what I'm sure we all want to happen in our relationships. And also, you know, teaching your children practically what to do by letting them do things will help them mature and become better as individuals as time moves forward. But yeah, I'm going to stop chatting. I've definitely got a contract I need to finish reading. So I'm going to get on with that. And Hosanna, I think, is going to be finishing off the pasta soon. But yeah, we love you, Grimwade gang. Thank you for staying with us for another vlog. We cannot wait to see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.